Hey guys, how's it going? Anyway, I thought I'd make a vid for you because so many people hit me up and they're like, "Hey Mick, what sort of workout do you do? What workout plan can you do? Can you make a workout plan for me?" Like, it's all the time. So I thought I'd make this video and just give you some ideas of what I do, and maybe you can apply them to your own workouts. I use pretty simple concepts. I do pyramid overloading and I also do supersets. Now, when you pyramid, you're starting with a lightweight and doing a lot of reps. So I might do up to 40 reps with the first set. And then the second set, it may be down to about 20 reps with more weight. And then obviously your third set is moving into your working sets, where working sets is anywhere between 8 and 12 till failure. All right. Now, a lot of people, when they work out, they don't fail. Like, I see them doing 20, 30 reps, whatever, and they never get to a failure. Failure is what causes the micro trauma to the muscle and what makes your muscle grow. So you've got to work out to a failure if you want to grow muscle. It's as simple as that. So you've got to do your workouts and fail between 8 and 12 reps to build muscle. Okay, if you're failing at 1 or 2 reps, you're basically building power. If you're failing between 2 to say 6 reps, you're building strength. So the other rep ranges do have their purposes. And then if you're going above 12 reps, 15, 20, 25, 40, whatever, you're going straight into the realm of endurance. Now, there's nothing wrong with doing endurance, but you're never going to put any size on. And just touching on that real quick. When you see people doing abs, doing sets of like 50, 60, they're wasting their time, okay? Your abdominal region is a muscle just like every other muscle in your body. And the only way it develops is if you tear the fibers. And when I say tear, I mean micro trauma, not like, deep tissue tears, which obviously would take ages to heal from. So when you do abdominals, you want to do like weighted sit-ups, say on a decline bench, and you want to fail between 8 and 12 reps, just like every other muscle. And that's what's going to build you your blocky abs. So anyway, that's just a little bit about ab training. Now, digressing back to the weight training. So when I usually work out, I do 2 muscle groups together because I'm strapped for time and I get my cardio endurance at the same time by doing that. So basically I'll get, say, chest exercise, just bench press, and then I'll go do lat pull down in between. So I'll hit the bench, then go straight to the lat pull down, then back to the bench. I usually have about 30 seconds to a minute's rest between hitting, between chest and back. And then I do the same for bis and tris. Some days I do work out like a muscle group by itself. I might do shoulders and I'll superset a shoulder. So I'll do a shoulder press and then I'll go to the mirror and doing some lat raises or something like that. But there's 3 different contractions that your muscle experiences when you work out. Okay, you have the concentric, like a bench press, which is like the push, and the eccentric, which is the down part. Okay, now obviously, if you sit there and hold it, that's an isometric pause. It's a static hold, okay? Now, the crazy thing about muscle is the eccentric builds the most muscle, okay? So the down part is, so if you really want to like push against it when it's coming down, so that is definitely going to help you build more muscle. And the static hold, okay, actually builds more muscle than the concentric as well. So the concentric is the weakest contraction. Therefore, it obviously creates the least micro trauma to make the muscle grow. So having said that, there are techniques you can use to employ the different contractions, okay? For instance, I like doing the isometric holds when I do preacher curls. But you want to use a preacher curl machine, because if you're just using like a barbell or a dumbbell, once you get to the top, there's hardly any resistance. So you're not going to get the same benefit. So if you wait and do it on a preacher curl machine, when you get to the top, the weight is really heavy, and so you can squeeze that contraction. Okay, that contraction is what is going to cause the microtrauma. I usually hold it for about 5 or 6 seconds, then I'll release and do another rep. And it's amazing. It's so painful compared to just doing regular curls, because you're creating more microtrauma. But that definitely will help you grow more mass if that's what you're trying to do. Now, building mass basically is the rep range of 8 to 12, okay? You're really not going to build mass outside of that rep range. And the reason is it's time under tension. What time under tension is the time that the muscle spends under a load, basically. Okay, between 40 and 60 seconds is ideal. That's what's going to help you create the most microtrauma and, of course, grow the most muscle. All right, so that's why we have the rep range of 8 to 12, basically, because if you do the reps properly, it takes between 40 and 60 seconds. So especially if you're at the isometric holds and squeezes like that. And then, of course, if you control your eccentric part of your exercises, like your down part on the bench press, the down part on this, the down part on a curl, that's what's going to help you achieve your goals. So those are the basic ways that I get the results that I do. Okay. Now, obviously, it comes down to diet as well. Okay, you've got to get a good diet. If you're not getting the food into your body, the right protein, fats, and carbohydrates, you're not going to get very good results either. So one thing I do after a workout is I do dextrose sugar. Now, dextrose is basically the most fast-acting carbohydrate you can get, and I buy it just in a drum, like pure dextrose, and I stick about 50 grams in water and I just drink it straight after a workout. And what that does is returns your glycogen back to normal, and then once your glycogen's back to normal, you can actually process protein properly. So you do your sugar, then you do your protein. And I use vegan protein with greens in it. I used to use whey protein, but dairy causes inflammation. And obviously, whey is a derivative from, whey is derived from milk, okay? So dairy products, and that's going to cause inflammation. It's funny because after I dumped the whey, within 3 weeks, the inflammation in my elbows from, doing any kind of pushing exercise subsided. It had been there for 3 years. So I was bloody amazed with that. So yeah, no more pain in the elbows, which is bloody great. So I think that's about it for the little tips. Now, I mentioned that I do supersetting. Now, I'll explain the reason I do that. Like I said, I'm on a time crunch, but I also like to do it because I get cardio, okay? When you're going from one exercise straight to the other with minimal rest between the two, like as in when you finish both, your heart rate's elevated, okay? So you're getting your cardiovascular fitness as well. Obviously, it's not like sprinting or anything like that. So if you want to go like for the max, you've got to go do your sprints, like HIIT training, interval training. I like to do interval training sometimes when I am going to hit a treadmill or something, but it's very rare. So anyway, there's some techniques, some ways I do things. So I hope some of that helped you guys. By all means, comment section, post whatever you like. If you want me to make a video about something in particular that you're interested in, if you have questions about what I was talking about today, I mean, because there's so much to this, there really is, and there's no perfect method. Everyone's an expert. I've been a trainer for like 20 years now, and I still learn stuff every day. So it's about getting out there and, just trying to figure out what works for you best. That's it. So some people actually can grow muscle by doing like high rep ranges. It doesn't work for me. I've got to stick in the 8 to 12. Some people are lucky. Yeah, not me. So I got a friend that actually lifts pretty light, and his muscle grows like crazy. I'm like, it's ridiculous. So I have to lift twice as heavy as this guy to even get anything. So, having said that, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you want to do me a favor, like and subscribe, because there's going to be more coming. And then, like I said, make comments, tell me what you want to see, and I'll give you all the information you want. All right, guys. Appreciate yous. Hit the little bell, because that'll give you the what am I trying to say? When you hit the little bell, it alerts you that a new video is going up. So yeah. All right, guys. Peace.